At Thanksgiving, my sister discovered I had $12 million, and my family demanded I give it to her, claiming she deserved it. I flew first class into Denver for Thanksgiving, checked into the penthouse suite at the Grantwood, showed up at my parents' place with my arms full, Italian wine, cashmere scarves, the works. Mom hugged me, Dad smiled. Layla squeezed my hand like we were still kids. Everything felt normal until I set my phone down to help with dinner. Layla picked it up to hand it back, and I watched her face change. My banking app was still open. Account summary right there on the screen. $12.3 million. She didn't say anything, just stared at me, then walked into the dining room and whispered something to our parents. Suddenly, the warmth evaporated. Dinner was tense, clipped answers, sidelong glances. My mother kept refilling my wine like she was preparing me for something. Finally, my father cleared his throat. We need to talk about money. You've done well for yourself, and Layla, well, she's struggling. It's time you helped your sister properly. I felt the trap snap shut. My father leaned back in his chair. Family takes care of family. You're sitting on millions while your sister can barely make rent. That's selfish. My mother nodded. A real sister would share her blessings. You don't even have children to leave it to. What's the point of hoarding it? Then Layla locked eyes with me, cold, entitled. I deserve this. You owe me for everything. I almost laughed. Everything? I paid off her $80,000 in student loans while she partied through college, bailed her out of a DUI, $15,000 in legal fees, gave her $50,000 to start an event planning business, which she torched while vacationing in Mykonos for 3 months straight. Meanwhile, I worked 80-hour weeks, skipped weddings, burned through relationships, spent years in therapy unpacking the guilt they'd loaded onto me since childhood. And now they wanted more. I set down my fork, smiled. You're absolutely right, I said, raising my glass. I do owe this family something. They exhaled, relieved. They had no idea what was coming. I left before sunrise, checked out of the Grantwood at 6 a.m., canceled the monthly deposits I'd been sending my parents, $2,000 a month for 5 years straight. Then I called my attorney. Pull everything on Layla's business, I told him. Every document I signed. 2 days later, he sent me the file. The event planning company I'd funded still registered under my name, my social security number. Layla never transferred ownership like she'd promised. Worse, she'd been filing taxes under my information, claiming deductions for personal expenses, trips to Cabo, designer handbags. She'd even taken out business loans using my credit, then defaulted. I'd been liable this entire time. I compiled everything. Bank records, receipts, tax filings. Sent it all to the IRS with a formal fraud report. Copied the state tax authority for good measure. 3 weeks later, Layla got served. My phone exploded. Parents screaming. Layla's voicemails growing more hysterical by the hour. I blocked every single number. The IRS moved fast. Layla's facing federal tax fraud charges. Over $200,000 in back taxes, penalties, and interest. Her business accounts got frozen. Personal assets seized. She filed for bankruptcy within 2 months. My parents, they co-signed on some of her business loans. Had to sell their lake house to cover the debt. Layla's been posting on TikTok, crying about her toxic, heartless sister who destroyed the family. The comments aren't sympathetic. Turns out people don't have much patience for someone who commits fraud and then plays victim. I bought a vineyard last month, 50 acres in wine country, paid in cash, changed my number, my email, every social media account. I sent my parents one final text before I disappeared. You taught me that family means unconditional love. I learned that was a lie. Consider this lesson paid in full. Now I'm standing on my porch, watching the sunset over the vines, glass of Cabernet in hand. The next person who says I owe them better come with a contract and collateral.